the Chinese are supporting Kenya, and not just Kenya, several countries in Africa, in the construction of, especially in the infrastructure sector. So a construction of roads was the first area where the Chinese actively were able to mobilize a substantial capacity to do roads in this country and in very many African countries. You go to Ethiopia, you see the same story. You go to Angola, you go to Tanzania, the same story, infrastructure development. And so the quality is sometimes questionable. Perhaps it's, I don't know whether it's the Chinese who are to blame, or it's the local people who own the companies or who own the projects who want to cut costs. Because if you cut on costs and you want to deliver on a project cheaply, then of course there will be a cost. Mm-hmm. You know, they say that cheap is expensive. Mm-hmm. We were not able to have a good number of our roads constructed at the rate and speed with which the Chinese companies have been able to deliver. So we have to give them credit for that. So the road that the Chinese are going to construct, if I may, is essentially going to upgrade what the British did. The Chinese would not have done it if it wasn't going to be beneficial to them. It's their construction company that has the project, and they're financing it. They've looked at this and they've seen this as an opportunity. Their involvement is certainly for economic gain. So I can want to believe that it will be beneficial to China, but at the same time, ultimately it should be beneficial to Kenya. But that's really probably in the very long run, because of the cost. The biggest sector in this country for a very long time. And one area in agriculture that agriculture has the potential actually to absorb a good number of unemployed youth. But agriculture will not be able to absorb this youth if it's conducted in the traditional sense. So we have to find a way of increasingly looking at value addition, for instance. If, for instance, some of those resources were directed towards construction of irrigation types of schemes, they could absorb huge numbers of people. Certainly, devolution is a game changer. That I can confidently say it's a game changer. In the politics of this country, it's a game changer in the development history of this country. Whether corruption is devolved alongside it, I think what is important is that devolution is delivering results where, you know, not everybody is corrupt. And I think there are systems being put in place. This is the first 5 years of devolution. And after the first 5 years, those who will not have delivered will for sure be sent home. The Kenyan electorate are very, very, very intelligent. They will be sent home and they will know how to elect their leaders. The future of Kenya is bright. And we need to fix our politics so that it's politics of inclusiveness and politics of development, driven by development, because we do not want to be pulled back all the time to basically address political issues that are already addressed in the Constitution. I don't think that's a productive way of using time and national effort. If we can focus on, if our leadership can focus on creating opportunities for its people, then certainly the future of Kenya will always be bright, I can assure you, because of the people of Kenya. You know, we parents make our children tribal because of what we say sometimes, you know. If I'm seated in my house and I'm watching news on television and I make a derogatory comment about the other side of politics, of course my children will absorb and also believe that the other side is. So we need we need to address that. We need to liberate our children. Most of us Kenyans are fed up with this tribal thing. We are actually fed up with this tribal. I don't want to hear tribal this, tribal that. We are actually fed up with this tribal thing. So, and increasingly, I think within the next 10 years, we are not going to be persuaded by any tribal. Within 10 years, this tribal thing has to die.